What is going on, my crypto fiends? Thank you as always for tuning into the channel. I just want to come at you guys real quick with a big message. As you guys know, the crypto industry is thriving right now. And if you don't know, then you're probably like the majority, as we've kind of continued on with our lives. And I feel like a lot of us forgot about the industry, about accumulation, about what we all came here for years ago. And that was independence, that was decentralization, that was financial independence. And I think it's safe to say the next 4 years, um, we're going to have that opportunity once more. The last 4 to 5 years were pretty rough for the industry, and it's honestly insane to think that time has gone by that quickly. But as we all know, the presidential election just happened, and it went to the Republican Party, to Donald Trump. And it almost seems like the entire industry as a whole had a big sigh of relief. Now, whether you're on the left side of the spectrum or the right side of the spectrum is nobody's business, but I think it's safe for us to all agree, if we're being honest with ourselves, that the Republican Party was the side that was definitely pro crypto, pro innovation, pro Bitcoin. And the left has always been very suppressive of the industry the last 4 years. It put a really sour mouth, I think, in everyone's mouths the last 4 years when it came to investing, because there was just so much uncertainty. We didn't know if one day Bitcoin was going to be banned or if the entire industry was going to completely fall apart. So I feel like it led to a lot of people putting crypto on the back burner and moving on with their lives and not accumulating and not continuing to add value to the community. And quite honestly, if I'm being true to myself, I'm one of them. There was a period of time where I was like, damn, this really sucks. Let me go put my energy elsewhere. But things really do feel different this past week. The energy is just on a whole nother level outside of crypto. Pretty much every investment class, the energy of the people is different. It almost feels like the majority of the country is relieved and is willing to put their money where their mouth is again and invest in the industry of crypto and blockchain, invest in the stock market. The stock market is thriving right now, $2 trillion added to the market in the past week. And of course, we have Bitcoin crushing $90,000. When I started this YouTube channel, Bitcoin was at $3,000. So it's like so hard to see and believe that, we're at where we are today. And, that was 8 years ago, and damn, time flies quick. But it almost feels like crypto is truly just getting started today. It's been around for all these years. There's been, two or three bull markets since I've been involved. But this past week really feels like the start of something truly great in this industry. Like, we are going to go to a whole new height we never thought imaginable with the support we have moving forward. This week, today actually, yesterday when this video is posted, yesterday on November 11th, the United States government, or the people that are backing the Trump administration, announced that when Trump does get into office, they're going to be pushing a bill which will allow the United States government to purchase 1 million Bitcoin to add to their personal treasury, which one day will be used to buy back or pay back our debts. Just seeing that alone, that the United States is planning to add 1 million Bitcoin to their treasury over the course of 5 years, is truly just chilling. Like a couple of years ago when we would see that PayPal may be accepting crypto, we all got giddy and excited. And That's one thing I find very interesting. Even for myself and people around me, I notice like everyone's almost desensitized to the fact of where are at today. We see this news about Bitcoin being bought by the US government, and like people just don't like care. Like, people aren't racing to buy. And I get it to an aspect, like people are truly struggling right now financially. The last 4 years have been really, really hard for people. People don't have money to gamble with and just risk on a maybe or a what if. But it's still shocking to see like all these changes happening around us in the industry, and people are very complacent. And don't get me wrong, the past 2 years alone, I was one of those people. I was like, yeah, that's cool, but I gotta focus on this and that. And I do wish I could have been here, the past 2 years, constantly putting out content for you guys. But unfortunately, when the industry wants to go into a slump, so does all the money. And I never want this channel to solely be about filling my pockets. But when it is your full-time job, you do have to factor that in, unfortunately. When you have to pay the bills, you have to factor in, can I continue to do this, or do I have to look elsewhere? So that's unfortunately what I had to do over the last 2 years. Um, and I am glad I did, because not only did it give me clarity in my life, it allowed me to experience, have so many cool opportunities, make amazing connections. If you guys aren't aware, I do videography for a living. So I do a lot of event videography here in Florida, concerts, big events, sometimes your occasional wedding. Weddings pay really good, that's why. But it's been really refreshing to do all of that. But damn, to tell myself that I shouldn't get back involved in the industry would be an absolute lie. Like I am so bullish on this space, and I hate to just come back to you guys at a high in the industry or the beginning of a high, but that's just unfortunately how it had to be for me. Over the last year alone, I've been not having the much time to sit back and put out content for you guys, edit, etc., etc. But putting me aside, I just want to emphasize to you guys what I'm feeling right now in this industry, and I want you to comment below and let me know if you're feeling the same thing. I'm feeling like this industry is just getting fucking started. I feel like we are about to see new heights we never thought imaginable. 5, 10, 15 trillion dollar market cap for the industry. And that is not far-fetched. For the longest time, we're talking about $100,000 Bitcoin. We're $10,000 away from $100,000 Bitcoin. And the majority of people I see like just don't care. It blows my mind. It really blows my mind. And I'm not here to say, go out and sell everything you possibly can to buy as much Bitcoin as you can. No, I'm not saying that. But I am saying everyone watching this, you would be doing an injustice to yourself if you don't take the time this week, because shit's moving fast. Take the time this week to sit back, look at your finances, and see if you're happy with where you're at. See where your expenses are. See what your income is. See where you can cut costs. See where you can add more income to your life. Can you pick up a little more work to add more income to your life so you can maybe capitalize once more on this massive financial opportunity in front of you? Because we've seen it time and time again. I know many of you watching got financially free, financially independent from the world of crypto. I know a lot of you that have made tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars in this space. I don't know where you're at today, but I do know you did it once and you can easily do it again. But you have to get involved. You can't look at all those losses from the past, all those what if moments, and just bury yourself in that. You need to step aside from all the past, look at it as a massive learning opportunity, and fucking wake up, because this market is not waiting for you. It's not waiting for me. It's not waiting for anyone. It is going to run, and it does not care about you. it will leave you behind. So don't be the fool that knew all along that this one and that one were the golden ones and you did nothing about it, because I'm sure you guys have a lot of crazy stories just like me about cryptocurrencies you owned, but you sold just a week too early, 2 weeks too early, whatever it may be. Let's not let our past stories be what dictates our future. Let's let this current moment be the moment where we say, damn, you know what? Ryan's right. Let me sit down, look through my finances, and get my shit in order and start dollar cost averaging, doing whatever I can to put as much of my money that I'm comfortable with putting into the markets, because shit is about to get real, guys. I mean, this past 4 days alone, crypto.com, CRO, pumps over 250 freaking percent out of nowhere. God forbid they had some really good news come out right after the election about their new roadmap. We'll go over that in a video this week. But you know, crypto.com is one of those projects we have been talking about a long time on this channel. And they're one of those projects that really never got to its fullest potential. You know, its all-time high was $1. It was sitting at 7 cents for the longest time. It's sitting at 22 cents right now in a week. It went from 7 cents to 22 cents in a freaking week. And nobody's even talking about it. You know, crypto.com right now, if I'm being real with you guys, it reminds me of when I was accumulating Binance coin at $14 and I sold at 40 because I just made a bunch of money. No, I genuinely see crypto.com right now at Binance coin when it was $14, and look at Binance coin today, over $650. I know that sounds absolutely crazy, but we see it time and time again in this industry. You know, seeing crypto.com at multi-dollars this next year in 2025 is not far-fetched at all. And I'm not here to throw out a bunch of price predictions. All I'm saying is, if you haven't been and you're watching this video right now, seriously take the time to think about what you want to do with yourself in the crypto market for the coming future, because again, it's not going to wait for you. It's not going to wait for me. And this right now, I believe, is the time to really pay attention, because it is going to run, and it's going to run fast, and the large majority of people are not going to see it coming. I genuinely don't think the majority of people are going to even pay attention to Bitcoin until it's around 150, maybe $200,000. I think Bitcoin's going to hit 100K and it's going to be like news for the day. Some people are going to see it and go, oh, shoulda, coulda, woulda, too late. But they're not going to really think about everything beneath it. They're not even going to think about Bitcoin. They're not going to think about, oh, maybe let me get a little bit. No. And it's unfortunate, again, because I know the majority of people are in a position where they don't have a little extra cash to just gamble with. But that's where you need to be really real with yourself. Like, look yourself in the freaking mirror and say, like, am I doing the absolute most I can to better myself for the future? Can I go pick up an extra job or an extra couple shifts this week to throw that money in and invest for my future and my family's future, whatever it may be, whatever your personal goal is? But be real with yourself, because I know so many people that just are so complacent. I'm complacent so often, but we got to work past that. The future looks bright, guys. Thank you, as always, for listening to my rants. I do want to come back and create content for you guys on the regular. So I would love to know your insight in regards to what you would like to see. Do you like content like this, where I'm just, spitting to the camera, no script, no nothing? Definitely can do that. Do you want to see more news related stuff? Do you want to see stuff about new projects that are coming out and you want to learn about them specifically? Do you want to see interviews? I want to create the content you guys want to watch. So please let me know down below. And as always, I'll catch you in the next.